We are live! We're doing it live! We survived the hellscape that was 2020, and we're still here! We're still here! Although...
I survived my hangover.
The dawn, it's still darkest before the dawn. We're still in the dark winter. We're still in blighted hell, but the blighted hell that was 2020 is gone. Maybe the dawn will come. Except no one's eyes will bleed to death and a setting won't be ruined. Cough, cough.
We'll
if you get the reference, to what I just referenced.
Oh man, I haven't heard that quote in a little while. Yeah, but for some reason, I was drunk.
Libra
right?
barely
And
remembers bit last night. See, in case you don't want, look at New Year's Eve podcast, and over the course of the podcast, Libra, my guest host here, gets drunker and drunker and drunker, and it's funny as hell. Because at one point I'm like, dude, what's 2 plus 2? And no way do I can embezzle drinking.
Drink responsibly.
Drink in moderation is what I think I said at one point.
But I was fine for some reason, but I did eventually reach my limit. I basically said,
I have to go. I'll see you all tomorrow. And then somehow you made it on Slytater's stream.
No, what I did was I went to his stream first. Then I said I reached my limit and I gotta go. I remember.
Oh, see, this is how bad it was, everyone. The man can't remember tonight.
No, I remember that part. I went to Slytater's stream because he was doing a rebuttal about Cyberpunk 2077. That was basically just in his chat, like basically trying to spell, and I put caps lock on.
I saw the restream. We're like, oh shit! I hit the cap lock. Hold on a second. Type. I type enter. Will type enter. Literally.
I was struggling to spell correctly in a stream.
At one point, I'm like, please, man, get your tablet or your phone and just have auto talk for you. It might help you.
No, that wouldn't have been a good idea because remember you said I was slurring, which I don't remember.
No, you don't.
I'm pretty sure it was.
Yeah, you were, but auto talk is basically where you talk into the thing and it spells the words for you.
Yeah, I don't do that. I'm hardcore old school.
Yeah, I know you're hardcore old school, so yeah. Some people could probably go, "Man, is he okay?" And I would go, "No, the man wanted to forget last year."
Yes. No, so, it was kind of worth it because like.
Well, what all happened?
I think I went really off and I was truthful. Like I just talk crap.
You're
about
a drunk truthful and a bit of a clingy, sometimes truthful drunk. That's what you are. And that's one reason why I was trying to at one point. I'm sorry, I don't mean to sound like I'm one of those guys who embezzle their friends. I'm like, yeah, one more, and then I hear a pop. I'm like, oh God, he did take one more. At one point, I'm like, just one more, Libra. You can down one. Oh, wait a second. Look. Like, which one are you on? Don't worry, I'm only on my 5th, 6th one. I'll make it. How many are you drinking?
I couldn't keep track because, like, I was literally just like, I don't care, I just want to see how drunk I can get before I reach my limit.
You reached your limit practically as far as, because at one point,
oh, yes I did.
When me and John.
Hey, keep in mind, this is only 5%. Imagine if the percentage of the alcohol was more than 5%.
Imagine if someone gave you Everclear. Or something hardcore like that. What were you?
Everclear American drink?
It's like, it's really hardcore. Like, it's so hardcore it can degrease an engine.
Oh, jeez.
But yeah, you're one of those drunks that I was dying because at one point I'm like, Okay, man, just pick up the can and you're the what can? Here's a new one. What? But then you went on Slide Taters, you're like, don't worry guys, it's been nice being out here. I'm gonna go talk to Slide Tater, and we're just like, is he gonna be okay? I think John's like, yeah, that doesn't drive me, don't worry too much. I go, yeah, at least he's not driving. Although that nearly killed me last night, and I'm probably gonna take a small hiatus on streams. Damn it! I streamed most of last month. I think I'm on like episode 24 or so.
Yeah, he's taking a break from his streams.
Don't worry. No. I ain't doing a whole month. No, like maybe week 2. Like, you know, a stream.
That's a good break. That's a good amount to take a break
of streaming. You'll get the videos still because I have those recorded in advance usually. Like I have them recorded all the way up to the 6th.
Yeah, but everybody reaches their limit.
Oh, no, that's the thing. I could spend 1 day recording and I'll have it like maybe 8 days of material. So literally if I want to...
I'm talking about like certain things like the streaming.
Oh, streaming, yeah, it's taking my concentration and looking at chat, yeah. Me and John are like brain frustrated. Thankfully, he got a hold of Nick, and his Nick is on his side, so if you want to go there and have that, then he's playing for the camera. But Nick saved me. He did one good thing. He saved me because guess what he was going to consider streaming, torture me for the final day. You'll laugh.
Kingdom Hearts.
Yes.
Why didn't he do it last night? Why didn't he?
Last night? No, we were watching humans evolve from monkeys. And he got Clan Borg killed, but somehow Clan 2020 survived and evolved.
Wow.
Class the Borg clan.
Why would Clan 2020 survive? It's dead.
I don't know. I don't know. We were hoping it would die real quick, you know, like John would mess up real quick in the 2020, because there was only like 20 minutes left till 2021, you know. It was gonna be over, like, just quickly make a clan. And Clan 2021 somehow managed to evolve so their species survived. Like that curse of a year. It just kept giving. It kept giving.
It kept getting stronger and stronger and stronger. Even though I technically killed it already in my satires.
Lord knows how many times we were just like, just die already. I mean, I felt like a SpongeBob meme at some points. How many times we gotta beat you on, man?
That's always gonna be a classic.
That'll be a classic. It's like when SpongeBob and them try to save the city from, racism, I think. I can't remember what it was, and they burnt the city down. Worm? I don't know. They burned the whole city down while they were trying to save it. They caused mass hysteria, if you remember. It's an older SpongeBob episode.
It was either something about the giant worm.
And the meme is, and there's a meme like, "Look, Patrick, we saved everyone," and you know, you've seen it. He's got mud on his face and stuff. But God, I'm so glad this new year has come.
Yeah.
But we have to remember, it is always darkest before the dawn. Just because most of the dark is out, the dawn is yet to come.
So say it's gonna take a while before the dawn comes.
Well, we're out of the void. Mm-hmm. The endless void of dark. Now we're just walking through dark. At least when you're in dark, you have a chance to get to white. You know, out of darkness.
I like how Ansem just rambles on about darkness in part 1 of Kingdom Hearts, which makes sense. Billy Zane.
Billy Zane was the best Ansem one. Billy Zane, I'm going to go to a side segue, talk a little bit about Kingdom Hearts. That version of Ansem, which is basically, you know, there wasn't a Zan or nothing at the time. It was an experimental piece. I don't give a shit anymore. I did not have a plan for a series. He wanted to make a crossover game, and he thought it would flop. He did not
so
expect.
You've come this far, and
still you understand nothing.
I'm always gonna remember that. I still use that.
A meaningless effort. One who knows nothing shall understand nothing.
Nothing. Yeah. Too good, man.
Oh yeah.
That guy was a genius.
Well, Billy Zane, who voiced him, knew how to really put the ham in it. Like, really, you know, hamming up the role. Just like how, with Anson the Wise, you know, the old man, not Xehanort, but, you know, the one who wore bandages on his face that plays Diz.
I remember him. Actually, you fight him again. Although he's not Diz, he's a different guy that shoots stuff at you. But he's kind of like
No. He's the guy that was working with asshole Mickey. You remember Anson the Wise, the master, and he had like 7 apprentices.
Yeah, from what I remember.
He was in that red and black mummy suit in Kingdom Hearts 2.
Yeah.
Whatever. It was him who guided Sauron, Chris Freeman, I think it is. R.I.P. that guy who's died. He was not a casualty of 2020 though. 2020 did not take that actor. They took out, damn it, but they didn't take him. He went down before 2020, thankfully. But okay, death is never good, but 2020 didn't get him, and we all know the fuckery of 2020. We don't want to freaking remember that. It's 2021 now. God, I can't believe I'm going to be saying 2020s and now. That's going to be a tongue twister.
Oh, that digital satire was good.
You were still sober when you made that. If you had been popping them when you were making
it would have been all over the place. It would have been.
It would have looked like something out of retros. Nightmare. The quality would have gone, and you would have put probably pictures from something other video, and I honestly don't want to think of what, no offense, what you could have made if you were in that state last night. If you said, I'm gonna make a satire piece, me and John might have gone, we gotta find him. He's gonna get banned again. He's gonna put something in there that shouldn't be in there. No offense, Libra.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, yeah, before
you would have been like, yeah, really, it don't matter at this point. I'm just gonna put this heretic here that nobody likes. I'm gonna put Bilan. I'm gonna put all these people nobody likes in this video. I'm gonna put Zeus in, so he quit, and then I'm gonna put every one of these people that nobody likes in a giant satire video. And you're gonna wake up the next morning and go, you're gonna come in our chat, go, John, kill me. Guess what I got made? What? I made a satire piece. What? We'd have to look at it and go, oh my, take it down, take it down. Too late. YouTube got him. And you'd be woken up and going, what happened to me? Why am I banned? And we go, Libra, look at your computer. And you go, what did I make? I'm gonna go keyword drunk. We only asked you to monitor chat and you ended up making a satire piece.
I wasn't gonna make a satire trunk.
Just imagine what it would have said. You would have typed some stuff in there that would have been like, whoa. Like, I want this person to be dropped into Warhammer, or this.
The Warhammer universe would have been fine. It's...
No, you would have put references everywhere. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I probably use something forbidden again, and it'd be like, oh.
Not forbidden, no. Just like horror setting. Like, for example, you might turn them into this I don't know, this God Eater thing in the God Eater setting. I've said for every time this setting I'm playing, and it's screwed. Nothing good happens in here. If anything remotely looks good, any bit of happiness, it's bad. Like they have to die or something bad happens. Always.
But thankfully, I didn't do it drunk. I did it while I was sober, and
yeah, you got it before you got the beer.
Yeah.
Although I will say New Year's was fun as hell last night, though.
Mm-hmm.
No matter the shenanigans.
Oh man, I thought I was kind of truthful before I was sober, but then I
No,
kind of like.
no, you went like full, full-blown ham. It was funny. And if you, the funny thing is, you can't see me because, you know, I don't have a PlayStation camera, but you can see John's face, and John's got an eyebrow raised a few times where I'm like, it's okay, Libra. Just like, yeah, see that cannon? Yeah, click. And we're just blinking. I mean, I don't mean to be rubbing that in as a bad thing, and that's why I had no way to condone this. But I had to say that because, like, how off the cuff does Libra get when he's smashed? Where you left both of us go. I think he's gonna pass out. I don't know. He was pretty hammered. We're gonna. I think at the end of it, I think he's gonna regret that in the morning.
I'm gonna regret it.
No, you're one of those people that don't get a hangover. I don't know how.
My only conclusion is because, like, I started drinking the iced tea, and then I managed to drink quite a lot of water with it, so that's probably why.
You purged most of it out of your system before you get too far. But I gotta just say, I'm glad this year is over. Or did last year. God, I keep putting paraphrases. See, this is how much last year messed me up. I mean, we had killer hornets. Everything you could think of that could possibly happen happened. Now 2020 better not top last year. Now it's going to top it in the video game market, though.
I'm actually excited for this year because the gaming thing's gonna freaking blow up with Japanese games. Which
I'm looking forward to some of this year. I mean, I know the economy where I live might tank and just get killed off, which is fine. But before that happens, I want to make sure I get as much good shit as possible.
It was good. Stupid ad. Go away.
Ad? I have an ad on my stream?
No, not yours. I'm checking the web browser. They kind of stick a big ad in the way, which I don't want that here.
Oh, I hate it when they stick the giant ones in your face and you're like, please, can I just skip you? No. But I just want to. No. That's what the ads go and tell you.
Shining. Oh, you did a video about the Shining Resonance refrain.
Yeah.
Why the hate when we got better. Yeah, I really need to make a video.
You were
about
drunk
that.
and ranting on that. I was like, you know what? I even mentioned that you were drunk and ranting. That was meant to be put up right after we survived 2020 or whatever.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a video myself, not today, but I will definitely make a video discussing this because a lot of people, well, I won't say a lot of people, but quite a bit of people hate Shining Resonance refrain for some reason. But
I point out all of what's in it, and a lot of the now, I'm not saying Shining Force is superior to Tales of Vesperia storytelling. No, I'm just saying when it,
they weren't shitting on the story, they were shitting on the gameplay, actually.
No, I did bring the gameplay up. I was like, yeah, we got basic gameplay, but here's another thing. We don't get Shining Force games in the States. We have more Tales of games, believe it or not, in the States than Shining Force. We only have the GBA ones, the ones that were for like the Super Nintendo or maybe Sega Genesis, and that's it. And like 2 that came from PlayStation 2.
I know who started the hate, and I will I will only bring up his voice. That's probably the extent they'll do. They'll be like, yeah, this is the person that started this. So much unnecessary hate to that game. It's not even funny.
Jesus, I was watching well, this guy I watch, he does like a video of the entire year, how his entire year been. Man, that man's year was hell. Woo! He worked at an Amazon warehouse, and ouch, what happened to him? Like he wears glasses, and I guess the power went out. He fell, and the glasses broke, and it speared him straight in the eye, on the side of the eye, because when he fell, and he you know, anemic, I guess if you lose a little blood easy, you pass out. And he passed up on like on the 4th floor of the Amazon warehouse. Not very pretty from what he was describing. I'm like, damn! Wow. Then he broke his finger there. Then a bunch of, I mean, I'm like, this guy, just like 2020 was horrible to this one, man.
By the way, Memphis X is showing my Trap Girls on the 5th day of 100 Days of Eco. Good old Memphis X.
Yep, sub to him. He's on the featured channel below my uploads. Memphis X. If you like Yu-Gi-Oh! And he'll sometimes stream live, he will stream against you sometimes if you have EDO Pro. Shameless plug for other YouTubers. Also check out Elemental Lost TG. I host with him occasionally.
Nice thumbnail. Thank you. 2020 is now over.
The darkest before the dawn. Oh, wait. You mean the 3-minute one? Yeah, the meme. The train came by in one of those 2 videos.
Jeez, the train likes a lot of attention, even though I put it in my video.
Train Coon came. you know, in isekai anime, you know, otherworld anime, they get killed by truck. I have a Train Coon. It's called Truck Coon that kills everybody in anime. Well, I have Train Coon. Gosh, I even had to use reference train just for example on how death happens. I can walk outside and get hit by my train outside, if you remember referencing that. I was actually living when I made that video. So, and I was like, where is that train? The one time I could have used the train for once, it didn't appear.
The train comes when it wants to come.
It has its own soul.
Yes.
It's the tool Nomura sent to torment me since I trash talk him so much.
I'm kind of glad I didn't face a boss on Ys 8. I don't know if I was struggling so badly while drunk.
I don't know how you were subscribing. You're like, wait a minute, this guy's level 60. I can handle him. I'm like, didn't you say you're like level 40?
I was just like saying silly stuff.
I don't know how. Some of it sounded actually kind of truthful because you're like, it killed me. I'm like, yeah, that will happen. Shameless plug. Do subscribe to my co-host. He's back to making satire, and he hated 2020 because YouTube decided to be a bitch to him as well.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
yeah, bro's here.
Warhammer crashed the fucking YouTube, headset, the controller, and the system at the same time.
How? Did it get irritated at Nick?
No, just what happened was I'm playing the game, a flashbang went off, and it broke the game.
Wait, someone dropped a flash grenade? No, hold on a second. Here we go. Oh, damn, I got blown up. It blew me up. The damn monster. I was gonna throw a flash grenade for you.
I did a fucking flash grenade, flash grenade. No, it hit me. The enemy hit me with one. All of a sudden, it sounded like I actually got flashbanged in real life because the sound came through my ear.
Boom! Here you go, everyone. I threw a flash bomb for John. in this game. See,
The fucking
even
game.
So wait, because somebody throw a flashbang grenade in the game and broke it?
yeah.
It broke
What?
my. That's the thing. My whole headset. My headset completely knocked off the game's audio. Go look.
You got the worst luck, John. Like
It's
jeez, like,
2021. How did you start off this way?
Probably because of all that monkey murder I did last night when Libra was dying of unsoberness.
We were just talking about that, how messed up Libra was, how we were like, you know, it was like at one point, you remember this, John, was like, man, you don't want to take another can. Hold on 1 second. Click. Did you open a can?
Gabriel has the game now.
What?
He has the monkey game. And the shit is, he plays it better than I fucking do because he said, John, I got this game, Human Odyssey, and I've already evolved about 5 million years. I'm like, how the fuck did you do that? When I de-evolution everything in just 15.
You only made 15 years, which is even more funnier.
No, he confirmed my fear of what you have to do. You literally have to play the game. He looked it up. The game is played at a snail's pace. Let's say eating the plants and all that is only giving me 1 point of evolution.
Interesting.
You have to do what?
I have to do everything, like from the ground up, to make him evolve. Like just making him practice by having him stand upright, because you'll notice something when you try to make them stand upright. He'll take a few steps like a person, but then go real back to being an ape movement.
So you have to constantly make him stand up straight. It's a life simulator.
It's.
So John, what'd you think about last night when I was like hammered?
How'd you make it on Sly's John? This is hilarious. I saw a repeat of Sly's stream.
Sly, I told Sly, cause Sly came to my house. I was like, yeah, you had a drunk man manage your comments. He was like, fun.
No, this is what happened. He's like, damn it, man, I left the caps on in the comments, and it's like I can do click. It's like you put a plaster. Like, why didn't you grab your tablet and just, you know, use autocorrect? And then Libra's just like, that's for pussies.
No, I didn't say that. I'm said
paraphrasing. John just came in. Come on, I'm not gonna repeat.
I'm gonna beat Keo in the head for causing me to crash.
How did I cause you to crash? Was it as soon as I left?
I don't know. You're lucky. Nomura saved you. Nick saved you.
Yeah, I was gonna say, please sing the Chinese national anthem, whatever it's for him.
Yeah, because you saw the picture in the chat.
And I was like, no. I mean, we're both gonna take like a week or two break or whatever.
I'm taking a week. That's enough.
Yeah, a week for me. Now,
that
don't get me wrong.
That picture let you. I said video. No, videos are no mine. That's different.
Videos are no mind. I've already got videos planned up to like the 6th, already unscheduled. So they'll drop like at 3:30
I uploaded
then.
that picture. Everybody laughed because it says defeat the racist drunk, and it's a keyblade made of twisted tea.
I saw the Keyblade. That's all I knew. I was like, oh, I got the reference in me of like, it's a Keyblade. That's why he's taking it. Because I thought you were sending out chat later, and I'm like, wait. Look at pictures in chat, and I'm like, no.
That was pretty funny. I think John. I think in some way you were like, oh, what do I do with this person that's drunk in the chat? You're probably thinking that.
I don't.
No,
I think Sly was wondering that.
Sly was like, what am I gonna do with Libra? I was like, I don't know. And then it's like, get this, Libra. I was able to at least survive in that game and form a new family of. I did
2020 made it further. 2020 made it further.
It's a clan. It was a clan called 2020, and
I know it survived and evolved. Yeah, I heard.
I told Libra that. I was like, Libra goes, what?
Libra, you should have saw the animal deaths that happened. I got swallowed whole by a python.
Then you got eaten by a tiger.
By so many freaking panthers.
Yeah,
and it actually shows them biting your intestines out and swallowing, and then they're just laying on your corpse like they had a good time.
It's like, I'm the king of the jungle, bitch. That's what it's more like.
I kept breaking my legs.
And then you figured out, wait a minute, all I have to do is let them
eat this red plant that builds up his bone density.
See, he needed to be permanently red-pilled.
Yeah, this thing, I was able to take a fall dive to the ground and not get hurt.
insane.
Now the only thing I still don't know how to deal with is bleeding damage.
How is the game just made it 2,000 years or whatever?
No, he's at the part now where his clan stands like they're still furry, they're like apes and everything, but they walk upright, they know how to start fires, they know how to tie the sticks like spears. They built like grass huts. I was like, how the fuck did you do that?
Wow.
I hate this specific enemy. I'm gonna need to come back with a different weapon. I forgot. This guy is, he's like one of the Uber bosses. You don't fight the raw, unprepared. That's actually what he's called, I believe, is raw.
I'm still gonna do a stream today, even though that Warhammer 1 crashed. I might go back to Hitman then.
Oh god, I guess that means I'll do an Imperial podcast. I don't have to worry about one on my end. I'll have gotten the Sims over with. So I'll focus on your chat that night. Oh my god.
That night, that's today.
Oh, that night. Well, why do I keep using things in reference to passing? This is what I get for filming a bunch of days in advance and in doing this.
The only game I will never play on stream is Space Hulk Tactics because that will make me throw the controller. And yes, it's a Warhammer game, but I will not stream that. I will throw the controller.
It's okay.
It's fucking. It makes XCOM look like a walk in the park.
Are you serious? It's that hard?
Oh, man.
How do you make XCOM?
It's automatically on Iron Man mode.
Oh man.
I've heard of Iron Man mode. Yeah.
Iron Man mode's like basically
in this
Nightmare.
Yeah, that's basically if your soldier dies, they can't be revived or restored. They're permadead throughout the rest of the way going.
They're Fire Emblem permadead.
Jeez, at least on EC8 you can cheat the game by going to the save point area and revive your character.
No, it's a tactical game, Libra. Like it's like Fire Emblem, but like on steroids. And Fire Emblem they re-released for Switch for like under $10. By the way, I would buy it, but I've already got like the fan translation first, which is the same damn thing practically. But the funny thing is, if you die, the wrong certain character dies and they get permadeath, you will lock yourself out of the story.
Ouch.
Yeah, it's not exactly the kindest game to you.
China.
I take it Nick does not like Chinese people.
He didn't understand I was talking. He didn't know I was talking about you. I was just saying. I was like, this game makes Koreans want to commit suicide.
That is hilarious. Apparently your whole family agreed I look like your ex-boss, though I don't know how.
Let's just say okay, take all the facial hair he has off his face, but put it in the shape of yours. The only thing that differs the both of you is the facial hair shape, but the face, the eyes, and everything is in the same exact spot. Except you're not as bald as he is. You at least don't have a cranium showing.
And I'm not looking like Breaking Bad. I was like, wait, this looks like the guy from Breaking Bad. You know,
Yeah, that cut shows you never tell a boy's mom to shut the fuck up while he's in the store.
Oh, Libra, were you there when the final goodbye to 2020 was, you fucked up?
I what?
When you played
I think after I said I have my limited John's chat, I said ZZZ, I was like, yeah, going to bed.
Yeah, right before we clicked off, he had the Chris Rock line, or Chris Tucker line play. The you fucked up line.
Up anymore. I was just at my limit. Like
China.
Look, I didn't mean to unintentionally create a meme song. Although that video did blow up for like some odd reason.
Because the problem is, because deep down, I don't think American people who watch the videos care what nationality of Asian you are. The fact that you're doing something related to that, they're just gonna assume, oh, it's some Chinese guy making a China song.
Here's the bad part. I clicked on that earlier to see how it was doing at New Year's Eve. It literally linked me to a Chinese VTuber singing the Chinese national anthem.
Oh man. Oh man.
You have a Chinese political ad on your China video, Kyo.
I doubt that. It's
I'm
probably
looking at it. That's your ad. Before the video says, wait 5 seconds.
Oh, that stupid thing YouTube did. Right to smaller channels. I might understand your reference there. There are some ads I wish wouldn't be on my channel. But yeah, the fact that it took me to a VTuber singing the Chinese national anthem made me laugh my ass off last night before I started the stream.
Wow.
I mean, that would make you laugh.
Oh, I'm gonna play Inquisitor Martyr again. I'm just gonna wait till I get some donuts.
Oh, are you gonna get some money? This poor console peasant.
I have another 700 coming, so.
Yeah, that's from the government this time. That's not. If you say it's not from the government, I really will feel like a peasant.
No, it's from the 600's from the government.
That's fine. I don't need to know the other one from. No more.
And I'm gonna finally get my desktop.
Wait, you're gonna get your desktop finally?
Yeah.
You paying someone to fix yours?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so you're gonna go to the PC Lease Gabe and have them built it for you?
No, I'm not gonna have a gaming PC. I'm just gonna have a real strong computer with the editing software that I need, and just so it doesn't die fast.
John's been pilled to the console forever.
Dude, I want to get the Xbox Series X. I watched Moonfar's. I keep saying Moonfar, but some ordinary gamers.
I gotta ask my mom or somebody to get me an Xbox because
you don't need to get the one with the disc. You can get the cheap one. It does just as well. On the
I want to get my Xbox on something. I want to get the Xbox now that it does emulation, and they're so close to perfecting the PS2 emulator.
Did you watch videos on Moonfar's video and the video on Modern Vintage Gamer?
I watched some ordinary gamers about it, and it just hyped me up because like they're gonna build they're almost gonna build like practically almost every emulator that's been out there.
Yeah, all they need is the PS3 emulator, and everybody will be happy.
They're so
and
close.
Sony will, and Microsoft will have bankrupted Sony so hard it will be ridiculous.
They're so close to finishing the PS2. As soon as they do that, oh my gosh, I'm playing Silent Hill in that thing. Silent Hill 2 and 3. It's on. You know how much I like Silent Hill.
You never mentioned that you like Silent Hill. Really?
Oh, I didn't? Oh, well,
yeah.
I do.
You've only talked about JRPG. You've never once said you like Silent Hill. You said Resident Evil. You may have told it to John, but never me. You bashed the remake of Resident Evil 3 pretty hard.
Well, the thing with Resident Evil 3 remake is it needed more time. That's the problem with
it. Honestly, to me, it looks like to me, from what I've seen, it looks like a good speedrun game, and it looks like an expansion. You know what I mean by an expansion. It looks like it should have just been an expansion to RE2.
Well, I definitely think they should have charged half price for it because
like $20.
Like, are you kidding me? Like, come on, get the fuck out of here.
Now, if it had come with the multiplayer and all that other stuff, you know, already with it.
The problem is that it was broken at first.
No, I'm gonna make a small devil's advocate argument, not in favor of it, but this is one way they could have done well. If you're gonna give me a short game, give me some bunch of good shit with it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
The Soul Kyo.
Like a Jill figure. Or maybe a body pillow of Jill Valentine or something like that. I just had to use the body pillow reference.
I think John even agrees. They needed it more because
John was in the kitchen. What happened?
No, we were talking about
the Resident Evil 3 remake. They needed to do more.
You know, they showed the screenshots of Resident Evil 4, and the village. It's like all they did was take the areas and put them. It looks like the same game, just in the RE2 and 3 engine, but with the new actor playing Leon, but it looks just like fucking 4. He's wearing the same coat.
I'm glad the team that I believe it's Team A that's working on it, not Team B. I don't want Team B.
Because they're not gonna fuck. The sad part is like, what is it with Resident? Here's the thing, and a lot of people. This is why I hate the Resident Evil fans online. You're clearly seeing a lot of people support Resistance, and they're like, okay, if you make more, if you refine this and make Resident Evil games with this type of multiplayer, or take what they did in this game and apply it to Outbreak, okay, it'll work. But then you got people saying, you should have just sold Resistance away from 3. You only sold 3 with Resistance because you knew 3 sucked dick. And you know what's funny? A Capcom worker had to delete their tweet because I saw something. They kind of put the person in their place. They were like this, well, what about in the 90s when Resident Evil 3 was called the very same thing, a speedrun game?
No, here's the thing. If somebody goes ham like that and toxic like that, I don't agree, and I'm glad they deleted that post. I'm
well,
saying,
he wasn't being. I don't know if he was being toxic. No, it's like the person, the Capcom person, kind of had a point. They were like this. It's technically, it's actually no different than original Resident Evil 3 because Resident Evil 3,
well,
you could beat in the same amount of time.
I'm gonna have to kind of argue against that because I remember the first time playing the original Resident Evil 3. It took a long time to beat that game.
Well, you know why it took long? Tank controls.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And Nemesis, how do you fight someone like that with tank controls? You know you couldn't. That's what he slowed it down. But then once people started to master and perfect the game, because by RE2, by Resident Evil 1 and 2, by the time you get to 3, you should actually know what the fuck you're doing.
I just felt Resident Evil 2 remake was longer. Well, maybe that's because of the 2 campaigns, but I don't know, something about 2
I think it's the two campaigns.
It's the 2 campaigns because if you take one out, it's the same.
It's not just that.
It's the same long as Resident Evil.
There's also the scenario switch.
Oh yeah.
It switches the 2 scenarios. So yeah, it's basically it is 4 campaigns, but it's a the first two campaigns are the canon campaigns, and the other 2 is just the campaigns with different moments happening at different points in time.
I was about to say, if you just took the original campaigns that are in there, you know what I mean? The first 2 original campaigns, and you rip one of them out, it's about the same time gameplay as RE3, I believe.
Now, see,
just one gameplay.
But I agree, they should have did one thing. If they're gonna do that, you could have made a second scenario. You could have given Carlos his own fucking campaign because Carlos did do a lot of shit.
Something, man, because like I felt like
everybody
Capcom
liked Carlos
was
too.
You felt violated.
Yeah.
With Resident Evil 3, I think the only way they could have got away with that because Resident Evil 3 was the game out of the original trilogy. 3 feels the more action-packed out of the 2 because this is when at the height of the apocalypse. So it's not really horrific. Yeah, it is horrific, but you're mainly dealing with the threat coming to you, as opposed to you running into it.
I'm so glad that the Team A is working on Resident Evil 4 because like, oh man, I can't imagine what would happen if they just shorten it so much more.
Somebody needs to. They need to look. Why can't Capcom do this then? Why can't they just take every Resident Evil game they made and throw them in one ultimate collection? Because whether people would like it or not, people would still fucking buy it. And I'm not just talking about. I'm not talking about the main lines either. As a matter of fact, no. There's a way you can do this. Okay, you could do a Kingdom Hearts HD collection type thing here. Have one collection come out with all the mainline games and all its expansions all together in one. But have a second one like Resident Evil, a second collection, and it's all the spin-offs and their DLCs, and even the spin-offs have sequels. So
John, I love your idea.
Then,
dude, half the ideas we have, we would make certain companies rich, like Konami. I'm just gonna say this: there's a way you can make your money back again. It's called re-release all your old shit that everybody likes. Quit hiding it. Quit hoarding it. You're worse than a hoarder.
No kidding.
Like, literally, you are literally hoarding. You're like Nintendo, or what is it, EA holding certain IPs hostage.
Yeah.
So we have to wait for them to lose the rights, and then we can get something good.
Yeah, basically.
But damn, It was too late. They renewed their contract on Star Wars. But then they
No, but
redeemed
this
their...
time everybody. But there's other things that Disney said that they're gonna be EA won't be the only one to have exclusive. Like they'll be giving, like they'll be doing what Call of Duty does. They're gonna be alternate. EA will still allowed to be making it, but other developers will be allowed to take on.
It's basically only have damn EA's name on it. They're gonna be a figurehead.
Yeah.
Disney's giving EA the Kathleen Kennedy treatment. Disney, you may be a rabid mouse, but sometimes you still have a brain before the rabies got you.
Yeah, but if you, the only way that the sad part is when it came, you know, Sony, who would, if out of these two companies released a Star Wars game, just because it's EA, you know EA is gonna get a lot of hate, but they were freaking Activision was working on one called Call of Duty, not Call of Duty. They were working on a game called Star Wars Ground Assault, which was basically just imagine Call of Duty, fucking Star Wars.
Yeah, that's what the Halo game was, the Infinite.
Well, no, the way they explained how it was gonna be.
Yeah, they had to change it. They were probably, I think they were in development of it, and then it's basically like, nope, we won't let you. Okay, we'll just start to Halo Infinite.
But it wasn't just that. It was like what they explained and what was said about the game. People are like, why didn't you just fucking make it? Because it was gonna be made with the same people who did the original Black Ops.
Oh,
there,
yeah,
I would have been okay. I would have been like, okay, you got them. At the time, Black Ops was fucking amazing back then. So we
yeah,
give them
this
the
is Black Ops 1 and 2. Okay, okay.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay, I'll be like, okay, well,
this is
what
a good
gonna
shit.
make?
No 3 or no campaign. This is.
They said
this is
that. Well,
shit.
they said that it might not have. It would have been before they did it with Black Ops 4. This would have been a strictly devoted multiplayer type game with offline as well for people to kind of like. How would I say this? What Battlefront 2 does, where you can play the offline and still benefit from it and the online together. But
yeah,
all the modes, there would have been no Jedi that you could play as. They would work like kill streaks. They would call in a Jedi or a Sith character that would fit that scenario, and you could kill them. You just have to jump, gang them, but you could still do it. So it would be mainly, but it would be set across. It would have been set across the first two. No. If I remember correctly, if I remember.
Have you been drinking this time? I swear, God.
No, I haven't been drinking. Actually, I remember. I remember how it works. It was the prequel era.
No, what you've been visiting? Let me take it back. You've been visiting the spirits. That's what happened.
It was the prequel era. The prequel era, the original trilogy era, and then what was going to be exclusive to this game is that they were going to do the frickin' Yuuzhan Vong War as the campaign. But you would be playing through, you know, soldiers. You won't be playing as the main characters unless the main character was a gunner.
Yeah, you'll have
like
a Republic Commando
Lando
type thing.
Mm-hmm.
Which, by
and
the
I
way,
like the way what they said that the multiplayer was going to function. It was going to be teams of 20 versus 20. I would have been like, okay, I can work with that.
That's like a small platoon each, literally.
But the maps were not going to be open. They were going to be, you know, like
Jungle
where squads would fight inside. There would be outside areas, but they would be made for squad combat, not big open scale battle.
No, they would be like set pieces.
Yeah, I think they were even gonna have vehicle. They weren't even gonna have vehicles. Your vehicles.
It was probably gonna be like Battlefront 1.
Battlefront 1 have vehicles.
No, I meant by set pieces. The few areas that are like just like the small area of Hoth.
Mm-hmm.
That thing's small.
Oh,
it's really small. Really beautiful, but really small. Yeah, if they were to do it, they would probably have done it that way. Okay, we're gonna make it so you're in these small areas where you can use the corners to crack shot people. I hate these lava dudes. Ah! You're like Goro on steroids. Any Mortal Kombat, old Mortal Kombat will get that reference. How Goro would just hug you. You're dead. I hated that move in the original Mortal Kombat game. Or stay away, Papa Nurgle.
What? Nurgle?
This monster I'm fighting that just shoots out lava.
Gil, have you lost your Nurgles?
I ain't going to by Nurgle. I've read that lore video. Beat traumatized us to a small degree on learning some of the lore. Some of that lore in 40K I really wish.
Oh yeah. Some of the lore is just ungodly.
It's just like, what?
It's
like
Gina.
The clowns. Those clowns make Alfred Pennyworth look like a saint.
You mean Pennywise?
Pennywise. Pennyworth Pennywise.
Yeah. This is why you never seen him eat Asian people.
But that's why Freddy gets them. Freddy or Jason gets them. In every one of those movies, so there are 2 requirements to die in any horror movie: sex and drugs. If you are smoking,
actually, they get no. They changed. Well, they changed that rule because they knew it was bullshit. Because since weed doesn't no longer qualify as drugs, newer horror movies you always see it's now weed. Like the new Evil remember the Evil Dead remake, how it went to actual drugs instead of smoking.
That doesn't matter. Good old horror movies. Back when horror movies were still good. The 2 requirements.
It doesn't get you killed faster than sex.
Yeah, sleeping bag death, Jason. Anybody who's old enough to even see that movie, remember that. Just YouTube Sleeping Bag Death by Jason. It's brutal.
I saw all the movies before they got censored on TV. No, there was one channel though that we used to have. Oh no, this was back when. Never mind. Fuck this. This is back when HBO was good because
when they would probably give you free
on Halloween or the nights leading up to Halloween, they were showing all of the. Since it's a movie channel, they can show it uncensored and they can show all the fucked up shit. So I ended up sitting through all the Friday the 13th movies up to Freddy vs. Jason. I sat through all the fucking Halloween
God, Freddy
films.
vs. Jason. I wish that movie ever came out.
Fuck you.
It's only because there's certain areas where I'm just like, how?
But here's the thing.
It's a good to me. I like Freddy vs. Jason when I'm not thinking. Like if I'm in a fever or something.
A versus movie between serial killers, the story is gonna be shit. We don't care about the story. We want to see who the fuck is gonna come out the other side.
Because that's all I was like, why are you helping Jason? Why?
Well, no. Compared to the early scripts for it, okay. Have you heard of the script? One of the script names was called the Millennium Massacre, which it was gonna come out during the turn of the Millennium 2000.
Oh yeah.
And it was gonna be
Jason X.
No, well, I would have fucking. No, I still will take Jason. I would still take Jason over this Millennium
Massacre.
Massacre
son.
No,
quite literally in his case.
I read this one and I was like, no. They were trying to set it up the day Jason drowned. The reason why Jason was running and being picked on by the kids is because Freddy was a counselor. So it was going to start off that one of the kids that Freddy assaulted but got away from him was Jason.
So that would be why Jason grabbed his mask?
No, they were gonna tie it. They were gonna tie it to the beginning of his background. You know, the flashbacks we see of him drowning, that he was running away and he was being picked on.
You know, a lot of people don't realize it, but Jason wasn't the villain of the very first Friday the 13th. It was the mother.
Yeah, it was his mama.
What
I'm saying is, the shit with that, how they were gonna do that. I was like, okay. That's something that isn't Freddy's character, but why does it have to happen to Jason? Even though I'm like, okay, that's a made of it that maybe Jason would recognize him and be like, yeah, your ass is mine. But Jason? No, what it was is that Freddy wanted to come back to get revenge on the people that defeated him in the prior film. So Jason's body has been, dead under the ground for, he's actually dead. His body, they didn't do that whole, Freddy didn't do that whole seeking for someone in hell to, get him up, and that type of shit. They were still gonna go with, in Jason Goes to Hell, when one of his family members found the Necronomicon, the book from the Evil Dead, they were going to use that because the girl's boyfriend was killed by Freddy. She took her boyfriend's heart, put it in the body of Jason, recited one of the pages from the book, and it brought her boyfriend back as Jason, which means he wasn't hostile towards people he didn't need to be. He was hostile towards Freddy.
Damn it, why does that subscript sound a little bit better?
Because that's the only... Here's the thing. Hold on a second.
Well, they wanted to have Brittany Murphy have sex scenes? Libra, are you there? Or did you pass out?
What did I touch?
Did you pass out? God, you
No,
just
I just got a drink of water.
I was gonna say, I understand the hangover.
No, the hangover's been clear ever since I got up. No, just grab some water. I'm back, guys.
Oh, it's fine.
I don't totally hate Resident Evil 3. I just wish Capcom would have just delayed it a little bit more and be like, okay, what can we do to make up for taking mercenaries besides throw a multiplayer?
Oh, dude, we're not even ragging on you for that.
No, I know, I'm just saying. Oh. I think I should progress now, because I think I'm good now. Jonah went away for a bit.
Yeah, somebody called him in the background. That can't be good. It's usually brown.
Alright. Let's save first. Make sure. Just in case my characters fall.
Fine fake glow there.
Alright, let's go up. Sounds like he's having troubles with the dog.
China's coming for this dog. Jingle, 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 jingle. They're coming for the dog.
Ouch.
What?
Oh man, that was insane damage.
Well, that is insane what how sharp the Xbox Series X, well, the new Xbox can get.
I know.
With that experimental PS2 engine, they made a...
It's almost, they almost got it done too. Perfecting
No,
the
they made like the Persona 3 game look awesome. The little game characters, not the portraits. No, the polygon characters. Did you, if you saw Moon Far's video where he zoomed up on the picture?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, damn, that is awesome looking.
They just need to work out the final kinks, and like it'll it'll run the PS2 like no one's business. Like it'll be stable.
Dude, the PS2 has so many games. That'd be the hardest collection to collect for. And not all of them are just shovel games.
I would mainly get it because I like to play the Metal Gears, Metal Gear Solid 2, 3. I definitely want to play Silent Hill 2 and 3 on it. Oh jeez, what is going on over there?
China! China!
Why is the rum gone?
Women have invaded John's place and burnt the rum. They couldn't
The
get
women
Libra.
are full of effect. Oh man.
You gotta love my cast. That'd be weirdest cast assembly ever. It's last night all over again, except one sober and drunk in the background.
Where was this family drama when I was drunk? That would have been even better.
No, it would have been better if you had the proud of being America. If we were about 2 days prior, when John was being held hostage by his relatives. The stupid nine-tailed fox is holding me hostage. What did I do to you, little QB? Wait, leave me! I must run real quick.
Ow, this freaking boss is like a truck. You know what's funny? I'm one level above this. Oh.
Okay, I got it. I found a health spring. I'm gonna wait for a health spring. Yeah, it's probably gonna hunt for the spring. Come on, spring. The healing spring wasn't clicked on. Does that say Damocles? You really have to put a Damocles reference in this. Oh, Jesus!
What was that?
That was my parody China song that John loves to spam. Have you made that into a GIF yet?
Ouch.
Ouch is right. I have a one-piece headphone and it about blew my ear out. I'm Korean, I'll have you know, chat. He is really biased towards the Chinese. I mean, I know Wuhan and all that, but still, damn.
When you come home, can you order me some Chinese food?
Well, then you'll have to play the lyrics to the second song where I asked for the sesame chicken and the sweet and sour chicken and the wonton soup.
I love you too. I know calling me an asshole is another form of that.
Do you know my parents would have killed me? I just talked to my mom this day, and she's like, I was like, I'm thinking, if I was to say what John said, I would probably get killed right here. I'd be going, hey, if I'm doing, go check out the stream, and then I'll tell you how I'm doing. Don't worry, my no viewers, whatever, if anybody's watching. Your co-host is still wandering around the background as the Chinese grab him. Co-host. One is focused on the Easy 8 because he's trying playing it on Nightmare difficulty, which is a very hard mode.
Got him. I got him. Nice. That was fucking tough.
Are you near the final boss yet?
I'm over a little bit halfway.
So you're past the halfway point. I was gonna ask, where are you at least? Because I know Nightmare Mode's gonna take you a while, but
I had to use all my frickin' full heal items. Like, no lie.
Okay, Keo. So I tossed a fucking Molotov. Not good. For one thing, it didn't spread that far. All it did was burn for a few minutes and didn't even go up the fucking tree. What a waste. When I had strong enough, I had strong enough fuel. I think I have to use kerosene.
that's because you were giving them and they're pyromaniacs.
I was waiting for my mom to leave with her friends. Oh, get this. The Acolyte might be about Bane's apprentice.
Oh.
Well,
Oh wait,
Zahana was
Zahana. For some, my bad. My brain's still half asleep. When you said Bane, I thought you said Malik. I was like, oh, Malik having an apprentice, really? He'd be stupid evil.
Yeah, but I think if they redo him again, they're gonna fix that problem.
Glass this planet from the face of the earth, really? I remember looking at that, I'm like, Malik, that even his commanding officer, you know what I mean, was like, that's a little extreme, my lord. Our men are still down there. I don't care, glass it. But sir, you know what I mean? That still was a funny. Now it's not funny because Glass the Planet and Star Wars is really horrible.
Glassing a planet's fucking amazing.
Because you have to bombard during that time period to glass properly. It was like a bombardment.
Oh, did you watch that video I sent you anyway, Keo?
Yeah, I think I did. Although
with
remember
all the Sith lore.
I think it was on one of my streams. Like I said, I was pretty tired yesterday.
No, it was a stream earlier that day.
I know. I went to sleep for a few minutes or whatever.
So do I.
So I had to prep for the stream that came after that.
Is that a donut or a piece of nug? Nope, that's a piece of nug, and I actually chewed on a piece of weed grass. Damn it.
Are you playing the ape game?
I don't know.
I meant right now. Or like, are you playing the monkey game?
No. I should have continued with Hitman last night because I felt more fulfilled throwing a screwdriver into a cheating bitch's forehead.
It's okay, she violated her marital contract. regardless of how you look at it, that is still funny.
I'm actually on Hitman right now playing these things called contract mode, which just goes around the world for people to create their own contracts. And I found one. I can't believe I found. All I did was type in gaming industry or feminist, like to hunt down a feminist, and they have pre-made. These people said yes, hunt down Anita Sarkeesian in Italy using a lethal syringe. I'm like, ah.
You should stream just for 20-minute video of that. Of just that mission.
I still gotta get by that fucking Colorado mission. That shit pissed me the fuck off. And Sniper Assassin is something that I would have to play the game with somebody because that's a 2-player fucking regiment.
Oh, and the player better have good reflexes?
No, it's not that. It's just that somebody has to help you take out all the unseen people.
Well, those never really end well.
I mean, I was trying to find that. Here's the thing. I want to beat this game because I found out that Sean Bean is the villain.
Oh yeah.
So I gotta kill him. You gotta kill Sean Bean.
Sean Bean has the curse of always dying in every one of his movies. You notice that, right?
Especially if you like him.
I mean, R.I.P. Boromir.
I know. Oh my god. That's the one where, out of all his deaths, I think that's the one he went down. Like, he went down not playing no games. He's like, I'm tired of this fucking, me always dying. Last movie I did, I got blown up by fucking Pierce Brosnan's 007. That's it. I'm fighting all you fucking orcs. It's gonna take more than one shot to put me down, bitch. I mean, he took like 4 shots, he was still going, and then not even the 5th like, he only got brought to his knees, and he was like, okay, let me catch my breath.
I mean, he had a Tony Montana moment, basically. I'm still standing. I'm still standing.
Yeah, but if he would have lived, his sensation for the ring would have been cut right there because he did beat that shit after he did, you know, fucked with this guy for the wrong reason.
Oh, I thought that was he had an awesome redeeming death though.
Yeah. There was a lot of shit that could have changed. It's funny, people are like, well, what happened if the dwarves united sooner? If Thorin and the Hobbit wouldn't have died and he would have been the king of all dwarves, the war for fucking Minas Tirith would have barely fucking happened because the dwarves would have fortified the city fast because Thorin would have had a good relationship with the kingdoms and the dwarves.
Do I even want to go into the fact that if Thorin found out that a Hobbit of all races was the one in danger, that man would have, and Bilbo had a ring. Of course, he probably might be a little pissed at Bilbo, but he'd be like, wait, that's your godson? So that's like, you know, my grandson. Oh, hell no.
That's his nephew. That's his nephew.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It'd be like, that's like great nephew. Oh, man, okay, I got an obligation now. I love the,
Well, here's the thing. The dwarves were the one that escorted Bilbo to Rivendell because, you know, he's got that kind of he's got that connection with Rivendell, and even after all those years, they will escort him, they will come get him, like, they will take him, because the dwarves, you can understand why, because the land at that point is not to be fucked with right now.
Although I do find that hilarious is basically how Sauron forces Gandalf's hand to go to the one place he doesn't want to go.
Wait, what?
He didn't want to go to the Mines of Moria because he knew what was in Moria.
Sauron didn't know that was in Moria.
Well, remember I was reading that book? He's
Sauron
like,
Sauron did. But Sauron did not know that fucker was in there. And even if he did, it was best to leave him there.
I meant the White Wizard. I get their names mixed up every now and then, okay?
Oh, yeah.
He's like, you know what the dwarves found when their greed run too deep? You know why you don't want to go there. They just about made it out if stupid Pippin hadn't twisted the stupid arrow. But no, he had to touch the arrow and make all the noise, and the drums came.
Yeah, but even Gandalf, not at his full power, took down a fucking Balrog.
Yeah, he's a Valdir stuck in a mortal shell, but still.
Yeah, because he can't unless he as Gandalf the White, he can use all his power, but he still doesn't do so because he relies more on giving people hope instead of using his power. Because then that means they'd expect help like that more often.
He didn't want to be an overpowered Mary Sue.
Yeah,
That's the thing. All the gods in Middle Earth, including him, or not the gods,
dicks.
but the angels. No,
They're
the
dicks.
gods aren't really. Not really. The gods are not actually dicks. They just said this. They were the ones that said, "Look, after the first Great War of the First Age, they were the ones that were like, if these people, it's your." They told the elves, they're like, "Look, it's up to you guys to now protect. It's you and all the other races up to defend the lands that the Great Eru created for you. We can't do this again." Because what they did, you know the side of the map that says, "Oh, the Great Sea."
Yep.
That's another whole fucking half of Middle Earth sunk underwater because of the First War.
Yeah, then Sauron.
Sauron. It was Morgoth. The first battle with Morgoth that sunk the continent.
That's what I meant. Sauron was still serving Morgoth when that freaking happened. I was like, why didn't the Valdir come out when Sauron had his little thing with the elves?
Well, no, because Sauron knew that dealing with the elves, he figured he could trick them since he took their shape. But, what's her name? Galadriel was the only one that saw through his bullshit.
Oh, what about Elrond? Oh, wait. I did find that hilarious. I still feel bad for Christian Freeman. Because when he says, "Don't worry, I'll deal with Sauron," I'm like, oh, you're screwed. We know what happens to you now. You went straight to Mordor. Did you not just see that they have the full-blown regalia?
Well, no, he was upset. No, but what's funny? They didn't tell you in the movie, but you only see it in the final scene of the ending when they're all sailing off to the Undying Lands with Gandalf and the elves. Gandalf is wearing one of the elven rings of power because it was given to him for safekeeping, and Saruman was pissed off that why didn't a gift go to him? So he was like, okay, you know what, I'll prove that I'm better by mastering the One Ring and using it to defeat Sauron, but then he would have just become like Sauron himself. The creator of the book only said that there was only 2 people that could match Sauron's will and could convert the ring entirely and use its power without corruption would be Aragorn and Gandalf. Even though Gandalf fears it at first, he doesn't want to take that risk, but the writer says
Gandalf was quaking in a corner when he touched that ring.
But Aragorn did in fear picking up the the ball that's used to communicate, the Seeing Stone. Only the king, no other regular person, unless you're very, very, very powerful. It just shows that the king, who's a mortal man, can use that fucking thing without hesitation.
I will never forget that. That was one of the most epic scenes Aragorn has. He's like, "You know who I am. Come on, look at me, look at me, look at me." I'm just like, oh man, you're picking up. I was like, even Gandalf's like, oh shit, he's picking up the planet there. That's not good. We know exactly where that eye's heading right now.
And he threatened. And here's the thing: you can see in the Palantir that Sauron still has a body. He just doesn't come out of his tower.
Yep.
The problem is, without the ring, all he has is he's just a very
form.
big. No, not just that. He can come out in his armored form. He would just be just a big warrior at that point.
Yeah, and Sauron wants to fight.
He won't be. Yeah, he won't be able to do none of his wacko, crazy shit. Okay, you know how in the first movie how he has the ring on and he's using that mace and he's fucking platooning people into the sky.
That was great. That was one of the more epic moments in that movie. I was like, yes.
Because I was wondering who the fuck is the first time I saw the movie and I heard the boots thumping when you hear the music going dun dun. I'm like, who the fuck is okay, is this the Dark Lord? I'm like, oh shit, that's a big motherfucker.
It just goes to show the power that Sauron had.
That scene alone showed you that he didn't have to come in physical body, period, throughout the rest of the movie. You were like, yeah, let's just go around him.
And just go round Mordor. Like, we don't want to go here.
I mean, in a one-on-one confrontation without the One Ring on, in a fight would be Aragorn. No, even with the ring on, Aragorn could fight him because the sword can match the ring's power, like at least in physical strength. So Sauron would be and then Gandalf, you got an angel. So at least if you took the two of them to jump him in physical form, Sauron, again, probably the result would be the same. You just either get his hand or kill him entirely.
Yeah. Do I have to admit the simple fact is they used a lot of why the first three Lord of the Rings movies are beloved is because there was a lot of practical effects.
Well, here's the kicker. Even in the book, it's described like that, and I think the movies were trying to Peter Jackson was trying to tell you that the world looked different. The reason why it was bright, vibrant, and beautiful like in The Hobbit is because the corruption had not, the war had not started. No, I'm just
referring just to the third. See, The Hobbit has a bunch of behind-the-scenes fuckery, like, you know what I mean, like rush production. If they had been able to take their time...
that wasn't Peter Jackson's fault because he was trying to take his time and explain the, you know, he wanted to not, because he knew The Hobbit only needed maybe 1 or 2 movies to do,
but
because
they'd already created production way early and it never got greenlight, and then when it did, they're like, oh crap.
Yeah, but I like that he was able to weave in stuff from the Legendarium.
Oh yeah, I am too. Don't get me wrong.
That was, I mean, the only kicker I have a problem with, but I'll accept it for the film universe. It is implied that when Sauron came back, and in The Hobbits, that's the time he resurrected the Nazgul and the Black Riders, where they never were defeated or entombed. They went into hiding too, like he did.
Mm-hmm.
But they showed that the Witch King, he was defeated, but his body was chained up. I don't think he was dead. I just think that they were able to just conceal them. If they could explain that, okay, maybe they weren't dead. I
honestly think, in my opinion, Galadriel used up all her freaking power at the moment just to blast Sauron maybe back to Mordor. And it may have blasted the ring race, but it probably just blew off their armor.
Well, no, that's the armor from the time they were alive, and then they have the ghostly kings look that you see when they just look like ghosts, but they just look like the kings in all white.
I'm referring to the one that you see in the Hobbit movie.
No, I know. I know. But like, in the first Hobbit movie, when Radagast said he was attacked, you see a Nazgul in the ghost form of when Frodo puts on the ring, and you see that they're all decrepit looking. But then when they're coming out to actually regalia your ass, they're gonna come in their original at the time of when they were, because those are the armors they wore at the time when they were at their highest in power.
Mm-hmm. Piss you, Galadriel, for destroying that awesome-looking armor. Sorry. Small bias, because that's really awesome swords and weapons she blew up.
You wanna laugh? Sauron is not wearing his own armor. That's not his armor.
That's just a spectral form, isn't it?
No. Sauron has no armored look. He's wearing the suit of his master. That's Morgoth's armor.
Damn.
So everyone thinking all these years, people are like, look at Sauron, he's not wearing his armor. He's described the way he is in The Hobbit as a black spectral form, like that's the shape. You know how he took and then he turned into fire and all that?
Yeah.
That's his form.
He doesn't have a physical... Spirit. He doesn't have a...
At that moment he didn't, but
he's kind of like what Gandalf would be if he doesn't have a freaking body, literally, because he's in their tier level.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? He needs a corporeal form. Otherwise, he's kind of like, oh god, how do you explain it?
There was another way, but there was another way to break Sauron's, like, the ring's hold, to prevent Sauron from ever using it. If Sauron was to, say, lose a physical confrontation again, if he had the ring or if he didn't have it, another way is the ring saw that the master lost twice, it would shift its allegiance to the person that won. That means it senses the superior force. It doesn't matter if you're one of the gods, one of the mortals, or anybody. If anybody can match Sauron's will,
another
the
thing
ring
I want
is
to
yours.
say, quote, just to clear a few errors up, I don't care what the fact that EA put microtransactions. Shadows of War was awesome.
WB.
It was made by It had EA on its help, didn't it? Or was it WB?
No, it wasn't EA.
Whatever. The company that made it, that put on front of everyone.
I know you're talking about, yeah.
That was an awesome game, regardless. 60 years. I was at my mice count with a friend. That man held off the curse of the Nazgul. Do you know the mental fortitude you need to hold off that freaking curse? Honestly, I think he would have been able to.
He's one of the men. He's one of the men from the land of Dunedain, which the Dunedain are where the people Aragorn comes from, which are descendants from the ancient kings.
Yeah, because they make a quote. They make a passing quote that that one chick does. She's like, "You look the same as my father did. My father said you look the same as he did when he was young." How are you? How old? He's like, I'm like 87.
60, yeah, he's like 67, yeah.
And she's like, what? Oh, like, yeah, he's really,
because
really
his line of the line he comes from, they are the closest, the first men that were created from the god of Middle Earth himself.
Yeah, they have longevity. They have longevity.
Middle Earth has a very similar aspect to what we believe in as gods and angels, because there is a one almighty God. Okay, it's set up almost like the Greek pantheon and the Christian pantheon together. There is a God who is basically just, he has a name called Eru, but he's basically God. What we believe is God, he's God in Middle Earth. And his angels, the story of Morgoth is basically the fall of Lucifer.
Yeah, pretty much, in a nutshell. And then let's not even forget, you can go with Sauron being an interpretation of the snake in the Eve, and the rings. The rings he gave, tempting them and thus causing the fall of man.
When it's man who's supposed to rule, but it has to be fought for, obviously. The other races would be considered literally could be considered like animals. If you really want to go biblical terms, like dwarves, elves, they would be like considered high thinking animals. Either the elves leave to go to the spirit world forever, while the dwarves also do the same until...
Hey, Gimli, that's a shame they didn't put it in the movie. I don't know if Gimli got to go to the lands as well. Across the sea. I can't remember if he got...
In the book version...
He does?
In the book version of the film. Like,
the extended cut?
They make a film... Yeah, he did.
I was about to say, I hadn't seen the extended cut in years. I was like, I can't remember if Gimli got the privilege.
You don't see it in the extended cut, but you know how they make film version, like they take the version of a movie and translate it to like a book, like they would take the superhero movies and make novel versions.
Yeah, like the Star Wars
to show what's not in the film. So he did, in the same way he did.
Oh, thank God, because man, if anybody deserves that same privilege, that'd be Gimli.
Then when Merry and Pippin got old, they went to go spend the rest of their days with Aragorn in their old age when they were all old together. When Aragorn died, Merry and Pippin were buried next to him.
Of course, they would be the only people left. I mean, it's even considered an honor that a dwarf and a freaking hobbit. Although
because it says everything that Aragorn did after Gandalf, Frodo, and them left, all the kingdom, all the lords of all, because Gimli became lord of the dwarves after Legolas and his, all the elves reopened their establishments with everybody. So did men and the dwarves. Everybody was the elves, men, and dwarves were then now.
You created the fourth age of peace.
But they were going, but they were going through the lands, clearing out whatever forces were still out there, because there was still, orcs out there. They were still clearing that out. They cleared out Moria, rebuilt Moria. They had to go make peace with the men of the South, which they did. They made peace with the Easterlings and the Southlings for no more war, because they were both descendants of the original kings, but one got polluted by Morgoth, the other didn't get polluted, the other remained pure. So Aragorn made it his mission to just reunite all men from the ancient kings.
Mm-hmm.
And then eventually all the races faded out, and it went into the age of men, like where it's just mortals. Kind of leading into our world, basically.
It de-evolutionized ourselves. It's funny how humans right now in this era, current 2020, thought they were gods. Literally, what? We die. It's like stupid people born in 2020 era.
I told my mom this. I was like, Mom, if they ever got to a point where instead of when you die, they could take your brain, that's the only time I would ever want to live if it's willingly a Matrix-like solution.
No, Ghost in the Shell. Oh, Ghost in the Shell.
No, you know, I told her where I would live. She's like, where are you gonna go? I said, Mom, every new day, or not every day, I would basically be living where I don't die. Well, I will die at one point, but then I'll just come back again. Like, as long as my brain in the real world is not, it's like, let's say in a Metal Gear Solid Rising 2 thing, like they keep the brains.
That's messed up. That's really messed up.
I wouldn't, my body's gonna die anyway, but that means in my mind, I'm in constant peace.
No, they were still living. You remember they could sense and all that other weird stuff. That was messed
but
up.
I'm saying like do it more in the form of the Matrix.
Oh well, the Matrix is you're sleeping basically. You're in a stasis in a pseudo dream.
As long as your body doesn't de-age during stasis, right?
The Matrix lore, it's like your body ages and dies, and then they recycle you and turn you to paste and create from your paste new humans.
But the part of you that's in the Matrix doesn't die if the computer's got your information.
Nah. If I recall right, God, yeah, I know so much about the Matrix, and I'm trying not to get mixed up because my brain's shifting from Matrix lore to Lord of the Rings lore to Matrix lore. Okay, so give me a second here. Basically, if I recall from the Animatrix, they stuck all humans that originally rebelled in the machines. They're not actually true AI, they're more like VI. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and basically when they stuck them in the early simulator, it's not exact, it's imperfect. You could literally say that, yeah, those aren't the original humans from the original, like, that when Neo woke up. No, he's copy-paste. They literally melt your body down like the Morpheus showed the scene. But I think they became like, they created sentient AIs, you know what I mean? Programs.
The sentient AIs like the architect,
Yep, kind of like the architect, except physical body outside, and you know what I mean? Kind of like how you're conceived, a program conceived a program. They pulled out plot points for the new Matrix film,
and it's gonna be a lot of discovering the origins of characters that we know inside, like the Oracle, the first architect.
Just make it a freaking prequel. I'm sorry, just make it a prequel.
No, here's the thing, because if Neo is going on this journey, he's in the. I don't think we're gonna see him outside the Matrix. I think we're gonna just see him in the Matrix.
Yeah, you can't.
That's where he is.
He basically, and also this is another thing too.
Unless it ends where they find his body and he wakes up, and he's been in a. They could have put his body in some sort of healing stasis.
The machines respect him. Like the machines actually respect him.
That's what I'm saying. What do you think the Machine King could have did for him? The Machine King could have been like,
put his body in back in the Matrix, and because if there is, it is theorized. They are theorized. You may theorize that Neo's been alive, but I'm like, yeah, it's possible because you know he's on that thing, and if you know where that location is probably heading, it's heading to where they hook all people up to the Matrix. You know what I mean? And if you put him in a certain one, it could be a stasis pod, literally. They could literally do, and his mind could literally be trapped in the limbo area. That's funny.
No, they said that he's living. They said that he's living his life again from the first one, but there's none of the agents coming for him, and he's already feeling the deja vu. Like they're saying it's an idea that he's dealing with deja vu at first, until somebody from the previous films that we know pulls him through.
I would probably see that being, well, no, I don't see Trinity being back unless they resurrect her. They can do that. The machines
No, they
can.
said she's returning.
That's what I said. The machines can do it.
We don't know it's her.
The thing is, machines could do it, but like I said, it wouldn't be. You're just resurrecting a dead body with the memories. That's not exactly the exact same sentient person. You know what I mean?
But I'm saying they said the machine. He said that the machine started to grow humans. What if they grew another Trinity, plugged her up, but already had her conscious and everything there to remember, and plugged it right into that new.
Basically, they have a copy paste of your brain.
But don't let her realize it after. Like, let it be the fact that yes, it's programmed memories, and that's like a barrier between her soul in the real world and her in the Matrix, and then when that barrier is broken, she comes to and is like, "Holy shit, she did die. She did come back." Like shit like that, and then she's
we
aware.
ain't going
of
no
what the fuck
spiritual realm. We stay in straight computer logic realm.
But the thing is, with Neo,
we ain't going no Jesus mode.
But I'm saying, Neo in the real world did the same thing.
Yeah, he copy paste type thing. You know what I mean?
No. Remember when he used his powers? They never explained how the fuck did he use his powers in the real. He used them in all three in the real world.
Are you referring to him coming back? Are you referring to the very first movie?
No, yeah, no, not just that. In the second and the third one, when in the real world,
he wasn't exactly dead. He was stuck in limbo, which is basically
no. Okay, I'm talking about. Remember the part where in the second movie when they had to escape their ship, and he actually turns around and he does his hand thing in the real world. They dropped, and then in the third one he started doing that to protect the ship. So I'm saying they never explain how in the real world. How in the fuck can he do his powers without being jacked in?
That's the one plot hole I will give you there when it comes to him.
No one says it's a plot. No one ever
It is technically, and I'm literally going to twist the word technically.
They gave a minor saying that your abilities are linked to the source, which you would be in here. But your abilities would link itself all the way back to the source, and he's like, "Is that how I'm able to do myself without being jacked in?"
Basically, he
was in the Matrix without being jacked in too.
The thing is, basically, if you really sit there and think of it, Neo's basically like a walking physical flash drive.
By the sounds of it.
Yeah, like literally, and take a walking physical motherboard.
But
because
I'm saying when he's not. But I'm saying, remember when he's not plugged in.
And if he's unplugged.
And when he's unplugged, how is he still able to...
It's a machine. He can't affect humans. He can't affect organic beings. Those are solid machines. Literally think about it. If you're like a freaking motherboard and your computer, you know what I mean? Imagine your laptop's portable. It has a Wi-Fi signal. He can literally, twink, Wi-Fi signal, pop.
I give the Matrix 3 one thing. It gave me the most closest Dragon Ball Z fight between him and Smith.
Oh yeah, Matrix 3 went full blown ham on the over the top supernatural.
Great.
That was absolutely great. And
that just showed you that back then it's like people are like, "Oh, how'd you got to do Dragon Ball Z fights because they're super fast?" Well, for a
Matrix.
movie, you would have to do for a Dragon Ball. And I think in a Dragon Ball movie, it would look cool to see slow motion, like those moments where they start hitting really fast and they start hitting each other, like one person hits another. I could picture like a fight with Goku and Frieza.
Hey Google, Sony, my overlords. I know you're listening to a degree because you do that little flag thing. If you're listening, make a HD remake of the Matrix 3 so I can see my Smith fight in a lot better hyped up residue. So
they
it looks aged better.
They have the stuff in 4K.
No, but you know what I mean, like they completely redo the so it doesn't look as aged. The CGI flying fight.
Yeah.
Redo that part. I mean, the physical part where
what I'm saying is like here's the thing. You can imagine this, Keo, like if you're watching an actual Dragon Ball Z movie and you get to the fight with Goku and Frieza on Namek, have the scenes where they're going fast, kind of like Superman and Zod, where we're supposed to see quick clashes and glimpses going through the sky, and then when they're doing something that's supposed to be...
Oh, here's a funny thing. I just remembered that. They made a reference. There was a reference to that. They when Morphe goes, "Where's Neo?" and the new guy, the new Link pilot goes, "Oh, he's doing his Superman thing and he's flying there." I was like, "Oh God, they made a Superman reference because his coat thing looks like a cape and how he's flying like that." And then you literally have a Superman fight in the second one. Now,
and the third one.
I mean, well, the third one. Now, what a lot of people forget about is Enter the Matrix does explain the plot holes that involve Naomi and the guy Ghost. Enter the Matrix fixes how they knew the information and some of the stuff that happened between Reloaded and the first one. The Animatrix, which is what I consider a very good prequel and side stories, fleshes out the background and the lore of machines, which, holy crap, humans were horrible monsters, or worst monsters possible. So that's what caused it. We created the monsters at distance. It fell in the HAL 47 trope. Humans basically became lazy. That I found hilarious. In the freaking Animatrix. Remember that scene, Libra? That's basically what happened was
Yes, I remember.
Humans became lazy. Horribly lazy. And we were just like, okay, yeah. Machine, please go get my beer. Machine, please do this. Machine, please do my job economically for me. I mean, people think we're laxed in bad health now. No, that's what would happen. But they never really evolved into true AI, which is the really messed up part. If you really think of it from a programming perspective, the machines accidentally created true AI.
Wow.
I haven't seen those movies in forever though, so I'd have to go refresh my memory. I'm going mainly off memory on the second and third one. Because I watched that movie like a zillion times when I was in my 20s.
You blew up a damn hospital, Keo?
What? Where I'm at playing?
I'm saying, you blew up a hospital?
No. All I can think of not.
Are you going to blow up a hospital in China?
No. But did you hear that some idiot destroyed like 500 vaccine vials in one area?
God.
He just took them out and got them destroyed deliberately. We don't know the reason. We don't know if it was lizard men. I'm sorry. Lizard people? What?
That's what the bomber said.
Lizard people?
You know that conspiracy theory, right?
I know that conspiracy theory, but I'm all... And by the way, the one I said when it said Epstein's alive, you thought was... No, he meant Epstein. Harvey Epstein's alive. I'm like, that is off the rocker. That lawyer, whoever he is. Yeah, he's off his rocker.
So this guy literally said
Harvey Epstein's alive.
That the lizardmen were using satellites to give people cancer through AT&T networks. That's why when people use AT&T phones, they're always linked to having cancer. So he wanted to blow up one of their sources of power.
Okay, I know this isn't funny, anybody who use this later, but I'm a cynical, very, very person, and to me to think that somebody think lizard people are real, like from the Body Snatchers, that's kind of funny in a fucked up way, really. But then again, go bother to listen to my Goodbye China. I made a whole video praising China practically. Oh crap, this was the one with 3 phases. I hate this one.
Mr. Bad Guy's got skills.
Team infiltration confirmed. Use appropriate caution.
All right, let's move out.
So.
Alright, you gonna get ready to monitor, Keo?
Alright, well, I'm ending my stream if that's the case.
Good, Keo.
Any words for the fact that, other than the fact that I am taking a week off of streaming, which basically means from here until probably whatever next Friday, I believe, is a week, would you say?
I probably wasn't gonna stream again until Saturday.
Well, next Saturday.
Yeah.
That's why I said not tomorrow, but because you and I need a break. We've been doing this, what, a month straight?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, basically all of December, because that kept my mind off the horribles of December. So yeah, so yeah, we're taking a small like
we've destroyed enough heathens.
Yeah, we're gonna take like a small week break, and hopefully by that time, the stuff I sung in the Chinese song "Goodbye 2020," um, the money we get some money, and we'll have some good stuff to stream for y'all. Lord knows the Emperor might have his PC by then. Correct?
Who knows?
Who knows? It's 2021. The dawn is yet to come, but we've escaped the void of 2020. Well, this is this host signing off. Now I'm gonna go monitor the Emperor stream. See ya.